Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Josh Montague, the one who edited this whole entire video together for JAR. And yes, that was the correct usage of edited. Edited. Ah. Well. Here we are again, talking about him. And by him, I mean Tmossboss. Or as I prefer to call him by his real name, Tyler. Yeah, that's his real name. Now, I would like to warn you guys about something. This is not going to be like the previous videos that JAR made on Tyler. This could very well be his angriest video yet on Tyler. There was a lot of tense moments. So prepare yourselves for this one, folks, because it's going to get nasty. I'm going to pop in here and there, but just brace yourselves. Here we go.
Yes, I know, I'm doing another video on Tmossboss, but this one is going to be a lot different from all the other ones I've done on him. The purpose of this video is not to focus on Tmossboss not understanding something, although we will still be doing that in this video. The true main point of this video is to focus on just how evil Tmossboss has gotten. And now I'm really regretting all those times I said that Tmossboss had a good heart. I'm going to cover two of Tmossboss's videos. The first one is called The Parents Failed These Kids, which is pretty grammatically wrong, and No Excuses. The video starts with Tmossboss reading out a tweet that someone made about him. If you want to read what it says, well, you can watch Tmossboss's video, or you can just read it on the screen. And if you're a slow reader, just so you know, you literally have till the end of this video to read it, because Tmossboss leaves this up the entire time.
Like, this is my question to everyone that has this random hatred for me 10 years ago. Did you have this hatred for me? Did you have this same hatred for me? Because if your answer is, oh, I didn't know who you were back then, you don't know who I am now.
Well, Tmossboss, of course the people who hate you don't know who you were 10 years ago. Do you know why? Because you weren't on YouTube then. And while I don't know you personally, Tmossboss, actions speak louder than words. And people will judge you on your actions. You can keep telling people that they don't know you, but they know what you've done.
You don't. You know the name Tmossboss. That's all you know about me. That's the only thing that you know. You know about the name Tmossboss and the videos and the things that I talk about. But you don't know me personally.
No, Tyler, we know a lot more about you. In your 2,000 videos that you have made, you have released so much information about yourself. And your attitude online clearly shows people that you're a hypocritical narcissist. Tmossboss, in our videos, we have shown things that you have done and said. We've never claimed to know your entire life story or anything like that, but we do know about the things you have said and done. Yeah, of course, no one can 100% fully understand another person, but that doesn't make you innocent. In fact, just for fun, let's forget about everything Tmossboss has done up to this point. Let's see how long it will take Tmossboss to get people to not like him.
It's a tribute song to the Joshua guy, his mom and things. I show no emotions to that.
So you showed no emotion towards the guy after his mother died. That's pretty messed up.
No emotions to that whatsoever. Plus, it's like when he even uploaded his response video to that, he didn't even seem like he was all serious and upset. And it's just like the fact that right after that, like me, if I lost my mom, it's like you guys probably wouldn't see me for a while. This guy goes right back onto YouTube and still brings up my name. So it's like it has me thinking, it has me wondering, is my name more important than this own dude's mom?
Oh no. You did not just say that. Joshua Montague's mother died, and the first thing you do when you hear about it is make fun of him for it and ask him if he actually cared. And he didn't go right back to talking about you. That's a fucking lie, and you know it. Joshua even said he was done talking about you. The only video he made after he said he was done talking about you was the video where he covered your video making fun of him singing a song to his dead mother. Tmossboss, you have called me a hater for the longest time, and I never hated you up until now. But you got your wish. I legit hate you now. A mother of someone you don't like dies, and the first thought that crosses your mind is, oh boy, I can use that against them. You know, when I first saw Tmossboss's video, making fun of Joshua singing a karaoke song as a tribute to his dead mother, I thought, you know, maybe Tmossboss just doesn't know this is just a tribute song Joshua is making to his dead mother. But now that he does know for sure, he still doesn't care. He's even trying to make Joshua look bad for calling him out for it. What the hell? Oh, and Tmossboss, the whole Joshua went right back to talking about me after his mother died. No, he talked about you after you made fun of him, singing a song as a tribute to his dead mother. And guess what, Tmossboss? When your friend died, you didn't take a break from YouTube. In fact, the next day, after your friend was shot at a party, you made a video about it. So do you care about your dead friend? Oh no, wait, your same logic doesn't apply to you, so of course it's okay.
You know what, folks? This is a perfect time for a random explosion effect.
Like, do I have to say crazy things like that for people to realize what I'm doing on YouTube? There's far more worse things out there.
Okay, so you made fun of a guy after his mother died. You then lied about the reason why you did it, saying that he kept on talking about you when we both know that isn't true. But in case someone still calls you out for it, your defense is, but other people have done worse things than me, so why hate me for what I did? Tmossboss, this is what guilty people do. They always point fingers and say, but what about him? What he did was worse.
People can say like, oh man, no, you need to ignore them. No, I want to hurt these people's feelings. I seriously do. I want these people to cry. I want these people to feel sad. Why? Because it's like they don't care about anything else.
Okay, I should probably explain this for people who are new to Tmossboss. He believes that any person who makes a video, comment, or tweet about him that is negative in any way is completely obsessed with him. When in reality, he makes way more videos about them. Hell, he's even making this entire video over one single tweet. Also, Tmossboss tries to make anyone he doesn't like seem as evil as possible. Therefore, it justifies any action he will take. I know this is an extreme example, but that's exactly what school shooters do. And what terrorists do. And pretty much any other bad person in history.
The fact that my name is it's that involved in their life to where all of a sudden they need to bring me up in everything that's going on like in the world and things like that's the type of stuff where I'm like, you guys suffer from something mentally.
See what I mean? Just because one person brought Tmossboss up in a shooting that recently happened, he thinks that every person who doesn't like him brings him up in every conversation they have. Who even does that?
Me ignoring a suicidal girl, that's not important. Me talking about a tribute song and I didn't even know it was a tribute song, that's not important.
Yep, anything Tmossboss does that's bad, it doesn't matter according to him. Also, I love the part where he said, I even know it was a tribute song. Well, now you do, Tmossboss, and the first thing you do is question if the guy even cared about his dead mother after he called you out for insulting his dead mother's memories.
And also, Tyler, if you did not know that song was a tribute to my mom, you could have, I don't know, check the description.
The reason why I'm being so harsh, the reason why I'm being so I wouldn't even really say like triggered or any of that stuff.
Yes, you are, Tyler. You are very triggered.
But the reason why I'm talking like this is because I need people to understand that YouTube, myself on YouTube, okay, the name Tmossboss, all of this thing surrounding, like, in this whole situation, it is not serious.
Yeah, Tmossboss is acting this way because one person brought his name up in a mass shooting that happened. Bro, I've received so many comments saying, "Ha ha, your videos are worse than cancer," and other stuff like that. Cancer is, of course, way more serious than anything I have done. But I don't flip out about it and use the fact that someone compared one of my videos to cancer to justify anything I have done. That's just insane, bro.
Can you guys seriously go to an attorney? Can you go to a cop? Can you go to anybody with some like high-end, like where it's like a person that can do something about this? Even the YouTube like headquarters, can you call them up, tell them, okay, what's going on, and actually have something done at the end of the day?
Tmossboss, I have never claimed, nor do I want to do anything like that. But you yourself have called up the YouTube headquarters and tried to get my channel banned.
Like, I'm gonna be calling up people on YouTube. I'm going to try to figure out every possible way. If I gotta keep calling them every single day to put a stop to this, and if Robot ends up getting taken down because of it all, you guys brought that on yourself.
You guys remember my 1 hour long video on Tmossboss, right? Remember in that video I showed that every time Tmossboss made up something about me, he ended up doing it himself? Well, now Tmossboss is doing stuff, and clearly failing at it because my channel is still around, and now he's asking if people can do the thing he just failed at doing.
Because if you can't, there's no reason for you guys to bring up my name with the New Zealand situation.
I love how he says you guys. Tmossboss, it was one person who did it. Numero uno.
From this day forward, whether it's a roasting video, whether it's any type of video, I will not feel sorry for what I say, for what I do, because at the end of the day, it's like people like yourself, I don't know what form of home training you got, but your parents didn't raise you right.
So despite dozens of videos Tmossboss has made that other people have picked apart, and being exposed for being a liar, a hater, a hypocrite, and overall just a terrible person, we don't know anything about him. We only know the name Tmossboss, and nothing else. We don't know him personally, but Tmossboss can take one tweet from someone and know that their parents didn't raise them right. Seems legit.
All these people, from Just a Robot, from Mainstream to Joshua, all these people, your parents did not raise you right.
Again, Joshua Montague's mother is dead. You really shouldn't tell someone their parents didn't raise them right after one of their parents died. And literally the only reason why you're saying our parents didn't raise us right is because we called you out on your bullshit.
I'm saying that right now. That's from the heart. That's facts. Your parents did not raise you guys right. They did something that it's like, I don't know. There's just, at the end of the day, I highly doubt your parents raised you the right way.
Okay, so let me get this straight. First, it's a fact that our parents didn't raise us right. Now you highly doubt our parents raised us right. Also, I loved that he tried to come up with a reason why our parents didn't raise us right, and he couldn't think of anything.
You guys are adults. One would think you guys would be all like, okay, let's set an example for the kids to teach them how to really act on YouTube and stuff, so you wouldn't be getting clowned on by YouTubers like myself or anybody else and things.
Really? You think you're the one clowning on us? Tmossboss, we're destroying you. The only one who thinks you're clowning on us is yourself and pretty much no one else. More people are coming to my side every single day. I haven't deleted one single video I have made on you. You have deleted several videos you have made on many different people because you couldn't handle the backlash. And I am setting an example for the kids. I'm showing them how not to act on YouTube and using you as the example.
At the end of the day, it's like I can really care less if I see you guys crying.
So, hypothetically, if someone who doesn't like you mother died, and then they made a video about it, and they teared up somewhat, you wouldn't care about them at all. That's pretty messed up.
So it's just like, even with this situation, just recently, where I had talked about dude's tribute thing, and it was just like, at first I was gonna be all like, oh my bad, didn't know that, but I started thinking about it. I remember in 2016, I dealt with 2 deaths. My grandfather and a good friend of mine that I grew up with.
Where are you going with this, Tmossboss?
He's just using that story to protect himself from criticism. I can't believe he would throw his friends under the bus to protect his own hide. I would never want to be his friend if he did that to me.
Both of them. One died of cancer, the other one got shot and killed. I remember I made a video about my friend that got shot and killed. I didn't make a video about my grandfather, but I did make a video about my friend getting shot and killed and telling people, urging people, like, listen, chill at these parties. Don't go to these parties.
Tmossboss is ashamed that your friend was killed at a party, and I say that knowing that if my friend was shot at a party, you wouldn't care whatsoever. In fact, you would use the opportunity to lie about me, questioning if I even cared about my friend's life. But do you think that because one of your friends was killed at one party, you should tell people to stay away from parties pretty much in general? Yeah, sometimes people die in an ocean or a pool or in a car accident. Sometimes people are even killed by vending machines. But you can't keep living your life in fear. Anything and everything can kill you. Of course you should take safety precautions, but there's a difference between being safe and too safe.
That could be translated as paranoia.
If you're gonna have a party, like, stay home. Have an Xbox Live party, right?
No, not right. Those two things are not remotely similar. Starting an Xbox Live party and then playing Overwatch or Halo with your friends is nothing like going to someone's place, getting drunk and high, and listening to rave music. Dude, like, how much of a loser do you have to be to say something like this? Yeah, they both have the word party in it, but that doesn't mean they're similar.
Like, stay away from these parties where if you see a face and you don't know who that person is, like, stay away from parties like those.
Okay, so let me get this straight. If I go to, let's say, a small party and there's 9 people there who I know, but one person who I know brings a guest who I've never met before, am I supposed to just bolt it out the door? That seems like a bit of an overreaction. And I've never even been to a big party where I recognize half the people there.
What was you guys doing? In my comment sections talking about just a robot underneath that video. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what does that have to do with the video?
So let me get this straight. They weren't roasting you, they were just talking about me. That's not even close to what you did to Joshua Montague. Also, just because they did it doesn't mean Joshua did it. Just because someone was a dick to you, it doesn't mean you get to be a dick to some random person who wasn't even involved with them. Also, were people really talking about me in your comment section on the video where you were talking about your friend dying at a party? Because I'm looking at the comments right now, I don't see anyone talking about me. In fact, last time you brought up this video, you were complaining about dislikes, not comments.
But it was like when I talked about, because I remember I made a video after my friend got killed at a party. I remember I had made a video like telling people, like, you know, promoting like to not be violent, do not be violent, like y'all need to chill. If you're at a party and y'all start seeing people acting crazy, leave. All right, even if somebody's acting crazy towards you, leave. Like, just stay away from the whole situation. It got dislikes,
and as we already established, there's a dislike bot on your channel. So once again, Tmossboss, you have been caught lying.
Sometime after that, I think it was like, a few other friends of mine was shot and killed. Then with the XXXTentacion situation, like all these situations where I was like bringing up something serious and then you guys somehow managed to figure out, and it's like, figure out how to add just a robot or mainstream or any of these other guys in the video and stuff. Even videos where I was like, I wasn't even talking about like a serious subject like that, but a serious subject about myself.
Are you going to show any evidence? No? Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure you're getting dislikes mixed up with hate comments.
Over some videos. Like, at the end of the day, like, this is going to linger in your head until you are an old man. Okay, most likely when you're forgetting stuff. This is going to linger in your head. Okay, probably for the rest of your life. You are on the internet harassing some guy that you don't even know.
Tmossboss, we all know you think about us way more than we think about you. You have done more videos on the people who've talked about you than they did on you combined. According to you, you talk to your coworkers and friends about me. Constantly. And once again, we don't know anything about Tmossboss, but he knows that we're going to be thinking about him till we're old people, even if we have Alzheimer's. But Tmossboss, if you linger in my mind until most of my body is made up of scrap metal, I don't see how that's a good or bad thing.
You know, nobody, and it's like the crazy thing is that throughout this whole situation, no one has ever bothered to sit down and have an actual intellectual conversation with me.
He's lying once again. I have seen several people who try to reach out to Tmossboss, but all he does is delete their comments then block them. Even I have tried to find some middle ground with him, but instead he took my comments, twisted them, and claimed I was trying to use him and backstab him. But if you don't believe me, you can go right ahead and try it yourself. See just how long it will take him to delete your comment, call you a hater, and block you. Also, I'm pretty sure when Tmossboss says having an intellectual conversation with me, I'm pretty sure he means agree with him.
To see where I come from out of this whole situation. They go based off of a video thinking they know everything about me.
Oh my god! Tmossboss is lying once again. Tmossboss, I play clips of your video. I link your video down below. And I even urge people to check it out. Other than one time, you talk about my video without even seeing it. In fact, I bet this is what's going to happen. After I upload this video, in less than a week, he's going to talk about it without even watching a single clip of it. And he won't even link my video down below. Now there's a small chance he won't do that, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm sorry, but I can't show no sympathy, I can't show no love, I can't any of that stuff.
Oh, so like a sociopath.
It's like, parents, don't let the internet raise your kids. Because I'm telling you, they're never, ever in this life going to achieve anything.
Tmossboss, you work at a coffee shop, so I assume you make minimum wage. You don't have a girlfriend, you live with your parents, you've been on YouTube for 7 years, and you only got 12k subs. What achievements do you even have? And if you're gonna say, oh, I got over 10,000 subscribers, yeah, but it took you a very long time to do that, and I'm already at over 100,000. Tmossboss literally thinks he's the hardest working YouTuber in Washington State. In other words, he literally made up an award, and he gave it to himself. And how does Tmossboss know this girl was raised by the internet? The answer is simple, because she said one tweet about him.
Never. I'm telling you that right now. I'm like, it's going to be hard for some of these kids out here. Because it's like they're letting the internet control their head and stuff.
Oh my god, the irony. Tmossboss, look in the mirror. You're letting one tweet by one person get to you this much. You have made over 2,000 videos on YouTube. If you block someone, they get on another account and they look through your Twitter, you think they're stalking you. And once again, Tmossboss, you have admitted that the dislikes on your channel are the most stressful things you ever had to deal with in your life.
I'm trying like to just ignore this, but I can't. And I don't know if you guys I'll say that I'm moving on. I'll say that, you know, that this isn't getting to me, that this is helping me, but this is the most stressful thing I think I've ever had to deal with in my life. It's like you can say as many times as you want, my parents raised me the correct way, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's yet and still, you're in my comment sections. You're making videos about me. So obviously they left out something. Something was left out in the process. So it's like you guys can say whatever you want about this video or about any other video, but at the end of the day, you guys are still making videos about Tmossboss.
Yeah, we're in his comment section. We're making videos on him. Notice how he doesn't say, you're making videos on other people. Because he knows he has done that himself. But it's not bad when he does it, and it's not bad when other people do it. But if someone makes a video on him or someone he likes, then it's bad. The golden rule is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If your parents didn't teach you that, then I guess they didn't raise you right, Tmossboss. And at the end of the day, Tmossboss, you're also making videos on other people. So I don't see what the problem is.
It's like mixed reviews. Like I have friends that's so happy for me, and then it's like I got people on the other hand, it's like they think they know me, but at the end of the day, it's like,
can you please stop saying like? And it's just like it's getting so annoying.
Like before when I even said like don't listen to their criticism, like talking to my fans and stuff. A video of me defending reactors. They go based off a video of me making a comedy skit. They go based off of any other videos I make on YouTube.
Yet you know someone because of one single tweet. I know I have repeated myself several times, but I really need to hammer home this point. Tmossboss, people are gonna judge you on things you do. But unlike you judging someone on one single tweet, people judge you on multiple things you have done. People judge you on multiple things you have done, and you say, you don't know me? Yet, you find one tweet from one person who doesn't like you, and now you think you have the right to judge everybody who doesn't like you. How do you not see the irony?
Oh, he knows what the irony is, alright. He knows crystal clear what the irony is. He's just choosing to be willfully ignorant about it. As usual.
Because it's like, you can ask any of my close friends, they're gonna be all like, what are you guys seeing right now? And it's just like, and I remember I said that before, and then this people was just all like, well, they're your friends and stuff. They're your friends. No, it could be friends. It could be coworkers at my job, customers at my job. It could be any random person that has encountered Tmossboss, the ones that y'all hate so much. They will have a different thing to say about me.
That sounds nice. Now how do I contact them? Why don't you give us some links to the social media accounts of some of your closest friends? I mean, after all, Tmossboss, they know you personally, and they know just how good of a person you are, so you should have nothing to worry about if we talk to them. Okay, that video was completely terrible. Now let's move on to the next one. The video starts off with Tmossboss reading out a comment he got on the last video we covered. You can pause the video and read it. But unlike last time, you don't have the entire length of his video to read out one comment. Because he doesn't show one single boring image this time. He does something completely different. Instead, he shows two boring images on screen.
Her friend commented saying, Girla Purple Heart is in a Discord server I'm also in, and I let her know what she did wasn't appropriate. She might not have realized this because she has a form of autism. Like, I'm not feeling a certain way when she says that, because this is something that they've thrown at me before. Like, they're all like, oh, they suffer from this, they suffer from that and things. And it's like, okay, then why are they on the internet? Why are they putting themselves out there where you're going to be caught up? Okay, you're going to get caught up in some situation.
Tmossboss, people with mental disabilities still have the right to use the internet. Just because someone has autism, dyslexia, bipolar disorder, depression, or anything like that, they still have the right to use the internet, just as much as anyone else. Yeah, they're putting themselves out there, but so are you, and you're a laughingstock. I have actually seen a lot of people question if Tmossboss has autism, but most people who say that don't seem like they actually know what autism is. But if Tmossboss does have autism, I still think he has the right to be on the internet. Too bad he doesn't feel the same way.
I personally have Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum, and I'm still here, aren't I?
Few hours ago, girl that compared me to the whole New Zealand situation, that's her latest comment. Okay, well, I really don't care what this girl suffers from. She needs to know when she did wrong.
Sure, I can get behind that. Even if someone has a mental disability, they still need to know when they did wrong. But again, Tmossboss, this person literally made one tweet about you. Do you think making two videos about this is a bit of an overreaction? Like, at all?
Saying I'm doing this for attention. I didn't, before she even made that tweet, I didn't know who you were.
Well, Tmossboss, did you know who this person was 10 years ago? But in all seriousness, Tmossboss, what does not knowing who someone is have anything to do with them thinking that you're an attention whore? I'm sure there's plenty of people who think I'm an attention whore on YouTube, and I don't even know who they are. Doesn't mean what they say is true or not.
Like, yeah, she blocked me on Twitter and things. I'm like, I can care less about that. He said it! Like, thank you. Okay, you're saving me trouble, because really, it's like, I don't even want to see your Twitter account anyways. And then she says, just move on. How do you move on from a situation like that?
Move on from what? Someone saying one mean tweet about you, bringing up your name in a shooting? How is Joshua supposed to move on after you asked if he even cared about his mother? Or the hundreds of other terrible things you have done? Oh no, wait, I forgot. It doesn't matter when you do them. But let's say what happened to Tmossboss happened to me, and someone said to me, haha, Char, you're such a loser. You're gonna end up shooting up your entire school, just like Elliot Rodger. All I would do is give them a smirk and say, whatever, dude, and go on with my day.
Someone explain to me, how do you move on from a situation like that? Obviously, these guys haven't moved on from what I did like 3-4 years ago and things.
Tmossboss, my very first video on you is just over 3 years old. Happy anniversary. I know this may seem like a nitpick, but every single time Tmossboss talks about the beef between me and him, he always has to say it lasted longer than it actually did. And Tmossboss, the reason why we haven't moved on yet is because you haven't changed. In fact, if anything, you've gotten worse. I love how Tmossboss is saying this, but one time I didn't talk about Tmossboss for over half a year, and he was still talking about me, saying that I wouldn't spend time with my fans because I was too busy making a video on him. I'm willing to move on. The problem is, you're not. And there's only so many lies I can take from you before I have to talk about you again. I'll make a deal with you, Tmossboss. After this video, I won't talk about you again unless you make 2 more videos lying about me. If you want to make 1 more video about me, go right ahead. I feel it's only right to let you get the last word in. But if you make 2, the deal's off.
So it's like, how do you move on from something like that? So it's okay for them, it's okay for people to still be on my channel talking about something that happened 3-4 years ago, okay, or anything that involves my name, and then I tell them to move on. That's a problem. That's why I said that these people's like parents straight up failed them. And there's people saying that, oh no, your parents failed you. How?
If you want to know how, I've explained it throughout this entire video. And I also got a 1 hour long video on Tmossboss and a 2 hour long video on Tmossboss. Please go check them out. They will be linked down below.
The latter one was entirely edited by me.
I'm not comparing people to a situation that's like, it doesn't even involve, like, honestly though, how would she feel if I were to compare her to, let's say, Jeffrey Dahmer, or who else, a KKK member? You know, let's say I compared her to a slave owner.
Tmossboss, they didn't compare you to the shooting. They brought your name up and they called you an idiot, but they didn't say you were just as bad as the shooter or anything like that. So once again, Tmossboss has been caught lying. Every single time someone does anything to Tmossboss, he has to twist it and make it as evil as possible. Or how about you comparing people who watch Thomas the Tank Engine to pedophiles?
And you're still watching that Thomas the Train video? I would not be surprised if you were in prison, okay, for molesting a child, for molesting a child, for molesting a child.
Oh, and one more thing. If a white person was compared to a KKK member, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't care nearly as much as you do right now. I mean, I've been called a neo-Nazi plenty of times, and as far as I remember, I haven't made a single video about it.
Like, that's just the thing that I'm just not understanding. And it's just like, oh, then if I say some stuff like that, then it's a problem. But she could go around and say things like that, and it's not a problem.
While I don't approve of what this girl did, she made one mistake. And compared to your hundreds of mistakes, it's pretty much nothing.
Nobody doesn't like, I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping that when I blow up on YouTube, this whole situation, it blows up along with it.
Tmossboss, you have been on YouTube way longer than I have, and I've already surpassed you in views and subs. Twice. Unless you change up your content, Tmossboss, you're never going to blow up. Any new subscribers you get don't stick around. But if by some miracle you do blow up on YouTube, then of course this situation is gonna blow up along with it. That's just common sense.
People see these tweets, see these videos, sees all of these things, including this girl, okay? To the point where most likely all of these guys, and I can so see it.
Okay, Tmossboss, when do you think that is gonna happen? In the next 5 years? 10 years? Well, I'll tell ya, it ain't ever gonna happen.
I blow up. I make a living on YouTube.
I have over 100,000 subscribers. It does make me money, but I still make more money at my main job. I do certainly think it is possible that I could be making a living on YouTube in the next 1 or 2 years. But maybe it won't happen. I have no idea. But you think you're pretty much guaranteed to make a living off of YouTube. To me, that's just downright delusional.
I blow up, bunch of subscribers, getting tons of views on my videos, and then these videos, they see the day of light.
Tmossboss, already 2 of my videos on you have gotten over 100,000 views. I think they have seen the light of day. By the way, Tmossboss, you don't even have one video that has 100,000 views. Just thought I would point that out to you.
And they're going to see that this girl compared me to a New Zealand massacre and then thought it was okay.
Again, Tmossboss, she didn't compare you to the shooting.
It's like, honestly, I hope this girl gets slapped across her face one day because she said something that was just way too far.
So you wish violence on a girl because she made one tweet about you. What's wrong with you? But at least Tmossboss is saying he just hopes she gets smacked in the face. I mean, I've been struck in the face plenty of times. It's not that big of a deal, and at least he's not saying he hopes she gets beaten within an inch of her life.
So I hope one day you cross that boundary to where someone probably beats you within an inch of your life.
Oh my god. So you hope that a girl with a mental disability gets beaten within an inch of her life because she made one mean tweet about you. You're a psycho.
There's never a day where I've compared someone, okay, on the internet, real life, anywhere, to something that was just like non-comparable.
What about that time you compared people who like Thomas the Tank Engine to child molesters? Remember that, Tmossboss?
Like, you can't compare them to that. And it's just like with this situation, you can't compare me to a New Zealand massacre and then talk about just move on. Like, she doesn't even care people lost their lives.
By that same logic, Tmossboss, you don't care about all the children who have been molested. Damn, that's pretty fucked up.
And I'm just going to throw this out there. That happened to me when I was a kid. Yeah, it happened to me. But I'm still here. I'm still living. I'm still going strong. And I consider it a miracle that I'm still here today.
I hope a dog bites you in the throat or something.
Okay, guys, I'm stopping it here. I really can't watch this video anymore. If you want to see Tmossboss's entire video, it will be linked down below. But knowing him, he'll probably delete it. Now, I was going to end the video off here, but I want to talk about one more thing. While Tmossboss did wish violence upon this girl, he has threatened violence on a child known as GLEN.
Like, if I was making, like, the YouTube money, like PewDiePie and all that stuff, I probably would travel out to UK all like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a tour or something out there. But for the most part, would be trying to find out where you're at so I could kick you in the throat.
Tyler, I would not be surprised if you were in prison for assaulting a child.
I Bully Bullies, who used to be known as Mainstream Media Commentaries, has done a video about this. I'll link it down below, please go check it out.
And he's also got his own movie on Tyler. Be sure to check that out as well.
Now, Tmossboss, by the off chance that you're watching this, please stop. People are willing to forgive stupidity, but they're not willing to forgive evil. I didn't think you could get worse, but you have gotten worse. Why are you even on YouTube? At the rate you're going, you're never going to make a living off of it. And eventually, all the videos people are making on you are going to leak into your real life. And believe it or not, guys, there are so many more of Tmossboss's videos that I really want to cover. But unfortunately, we're out of time. If you're gonna take one thing away from this video, just remember, don't end up like Tmossboss.
We're giving you a taste of your own medicine.
Oh boy. This was intense. Like I told you, folks, this was intense. Oh boy. I really want to know if Tyler will ever learn. I highly doubt it, honestly. But I just want to share my final thoughts about this. I said this on I Bully Bullies' movie on Tyler, and I thought I would share this with you as well. This is what happens when you don't listen to criticism. This is what happens when you remain willfully ignorant. You don't listen to what people have to say. You don't ask questions on how to improve yourself or even your content. The end result is what happened to Tyler. A heartless monster. And I dare say this is also what happens when you try to shoot for fame on YouTube. I used to do the same thing. I used to be in Tyler's shoes. I used to base my whole entire channel on reaction videos, and I thought I didn't need anybody's help. I'm doing just fine. I'm not harming anybody. Pretty much every excuse that you've heard before. Now, it did hurt, and it made me uncomfortable when I was facing criticism with my content and even how I acted back then. But when everything was calmed down, I thought about it, and I began to change my content up, and I began to do vloggings, commentaries, karaoke and stuff. And you know what? I'm glad I did. I'm glad I changed my content. And I really did feel the laziness that came with reaction videos when you just sit there, watch it, talk, the end. And I'll also say that if I hadn't changed my content, I never would have got to have the wonderful opportunity of meeting some of the people that I met online through Jar's fan base. If I didn't contact Jar on Twitter with the upgraded videos that I made of him, I never would have gotten the opportunity to work for him and become friends with some of his fan base. This never would have happened if I changed my content, improved my character, or even got in contact with Jar. It's a wonderful privilege. But sadly, I don't think I can ever feel the same about Tyler. He's pretty much gone at this point. There's just no way of reaching him at all. And Jar, I want to say this to you personally. I know you said that you would make a video on Tyler if he made 2 videos on you. But I want to encourage you. You've already said your piece. You've already showed Tyler for who he is and what he is in countless videos about him. It's pretty much all said and done. There's nothing more to prove. If you make more videos on Tyler, he's just going to use that as an opportunity to get more views and try to shrink you down to his level. That's what he wants. He wants you to be dragged back down to this drama with Tyler. Don't let him do that. Even if he does make 2 videos on you, don't respond to him, because that's what he's going to expect from you. It's going to be like a tennis match. You give, he receives, he gives it right back, you receive, back and forth. You can't reach him, Jar. You can't reach him. He's gone. I know it bothers you when people lie about you and even about me and Gerla, which I thank you for defending us. Thank you for defending me and Gerla in this video, but there's nothing more to prove, Jar. Everybody knows who Tyler is and what he is through you. There's no use beating the dead horse anymore. Just leave Tyler for what's left of him, alright? And I also say this to Jar's fan base. Don't leave any comments on Tyler's videos. And I know Jar said if you want to check his videos out, but don't even do that. Tyler's just going to use you're viewing his videos to make money. That's all he cares about, making money. He doesn't care what people say unless there's something positive about him, but all others are just, don't bother. Starve him, alright? Starve the attention. However, there are 2 projects happening right now in regards to Tyler. There are 2 people who are currently working on videos on Tyler. One is Brad Reed. Yeah, remember him? He actually asked me to help him put his own movie. He asked me to mix together all his videos on Tyler, and he and I will also be collaborating in between scenes as well. And another YouTuber who actually is a fan of Jar and knows about the beef between him and Tyler is a user by the name of T-Bone2004. If you don't know who he is, he was a legend in his own right back in the early days of YouTube. He was a commentator and a ranter. So yeah, those 2 videos on Tyler will be coming out very soon. And to Tyler, I will say, well, there's really nothing to say to you actually. I'll just let Alec Baldwin say this piece to you.
I wish you good luck, but you wouldn't know what to do with it if you got it.
Yep, you wouldn't know what to do with luck if you had it, Tyler. Never forget the time when you said this about your channel.
My channel is dying, let it die. If I'm not gaining any subs, let that die. Let everything that has Tmossboss affiliated with it, just let it die.
If it happens, don't expect us to feel sorry for you. You said you wouldn't care. It's on you, man. Whatever happens to you is on you. And one more thing. If you people still have your mom with you, take the time to tell them that you love them. Call them up. If you're not living with your parents, call them up and tell them you love them. Thank them for everything they've done for you. Take them out to eat. Take them out to a movie, you know? Just be there. Be there for your mom and dad, whoever you have in your life, mom and dad. But in my case, what happened to me, take time to love your mom. Give her some hugs and kisses. Take a day off the internet just to be with her. And also you, Jar, if you still have your robotic mom with you, take some time to just love on her. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. Be sure to check out my channel so you can watch my mom's memorial video, alright? See you later.